a falls that is just near the source of the Nile in eastern Uganda. And we're here because we're part of the story. And we've come from all the way from Fort River, New Jersey, because we believe that God's story includes all of creation. It's about the children. It's about those people who live in Fort River. It's about the people who live in Kampala, Uganda. It's about the children that this very week are attending Vacation Bible School in Fort River, New Jersey. And it's also about the children that live here in very, very humble circumstances and what we would consider to be extreme poverty.
Just beyond the Nile River, Caleb and Rita took us to meet Paul and Rose, a soft-spoken, humble couple who has taken in 20 orphans in addition to their own 6 children. Paul and Rose share powerful memories from childhood of being taken in themselves. This is where they find their hope and inspiration. Together with the 26 children, they live and work in a small dwelling. Their needs are great, but their hope is even greater. Here is their story.
I'm with Paul here and his wife Rose. They take care of 20 kids who are orphans and homeless. Paul and Rose opened their home to these 20 kids, and they now live with them. They mentor them and guide them, and most of the kids now look good and healthy, and that shows that they are doing a good job.
We've stayed with these orphans for about 2 years. A piece of land is also not enough for the kids. Feeding is also a problem. Some kids who are sick, the house is not enough for the kids. And we also have 6 children of ours. So altogether, that is 26 children. It takes the kids a long time to go and fetch water and then come back, then going to school. Then trying to cultivate the land. Tilling the land also is a problem because the kids are still young. That's some of the challenges we are facing at the site here, though there are some remaining. Thank you.
Jumbo. For many years now, I've been working with children, but particularly children who seem to be in trouble because of one reason or another. And we try to be there, to love them, try to love them, because sometimes it is very difficult to love them. But we kind of want to be there, and so that the children can feel like they have friends. The children need security. They need people they can call friends. And when everything is being taken away from them, when freedom is being taken away from them, when shelter or a home is being taken away from them, when clean water is being, for some reason, they can't get it. If food is, as I told you, food is a big issue. If children are unable to get food, if it is all taken away from them, they need someone who will tell them that it's not over yet. You can, you can survive. You can still make it. To remember what you went through becomes, in a way, motivation, and also knowing that there is hope for the future, combined to memory, combined to what you've gone through, becomes a big inspiration and motivation for me to be able to do whatever I've been doing, knowing that, believing that I made it, they can make it. I believe that. I've seen it happen. I know I will continue to see it, and I will continue doing my part, and God will do his part.
For a long time, I've been talking about how we need to help the children here. Now I've met them, and those children that I want to help have faces and names and dreams. And so for me, it's figuring out how to help them achieve their dreams with what I have, with my gifts, with my talents, with my resources and my relationships.
And we're here not just as tourists, but we're here so that we can be a part of the story. And it really is, I think, a good way to capture the meaning of this whole project that we're part of, that we need to get out of our own little world. You know, God has blessed us, and we all have a context in which we live. We all have a story that shapes our lives. But in order for our hearts to grow and for our minds to be open, and in order for us to really be human, we've got to get out of our own little stories so that we can be a part of the big story. And the big story is about the kingdom of God. It is about the kingdom of God that has begun in Jesus Christ. Like N.T. Wright said, the kingdom of God, resurrection that has begun in the resurrection of Jesus, is like the green grass of God's new creation breaking through the death and decay of our current reality. And so we want to be a part of that story. That's the good news of the gospel, that you and I and all of our friends can be a part of this story, this great story, this grand story, the story of God. And so here we are at the Nile. It's not that far from America. It's not that far from New Jersey. It isn't even that far from Forked River. We're here because it is one story, and everybody and everything